saw, like a lot of like moments that were very like that kind of percolated in the polarization of the election. The election was incredibly polarized, and there was spectrums of people being like, "Oh, we like need to protect us against Trump, Hillary," and people were like, "No, Hillary, global, like you intervened in so many things," and like, in that, we like that project really consummated in understanding that there is this spectrum of really difficult issues all in front of us, from resource use to these to political corruption to corporations taking over everything to the elite. The I don't know if you've read the Oxfam article about the 8 people that are richer than half of the planet's population, and it's like, wow. But at the same time, like we were talking about, arts is catharsis, arts is activation. Art is really that foundation of which human expression is built out of. We've literally, art is not necessarily just like what we consider it to be. Art is embedded in every single fiber of society and in our being. The highway example is just one example. So it's, how do we employ that kind of intuitive energy that each of us have individually and collectively as a society to really shape change and stuff.
Change and stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So
We're at 5:28. So is there any burning question and any
Or answer.
or
Because you can answer too.
I just wanted to comment, it came up very briefly, the role of ritual as a container, but it's also a nourishing element to continue this work. And art is one of the few things left in our society that is still connected to ritual. It used to be religion. Most people had very strong religious practices or places they went to refill the well, and I don't think many people have that anymore, and art is one of the few places left, and it was its original purpose. And so I know someone brought that up, and I just wanted to reflect that back because guys can't
I
burn out.
think right now there is a group of artists, local artists, that they are really tackling ritual really deep, especially in Stockholm. I can say Amara Smith Award, and they're really tackling ritual really powerfully in Stockholm, especially the black woman, and sex trafficking. Chrissy Kiefer has been, some sort of ritual with the drums and everything. But there is, I think there is a big movement of really going back to those practices and bringing it together. I see it a little bit more, people are more inquiring those things to bring it out in their work.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you for bringing that up because it is important. I want to request that at the conclusion of our panel, I could close with some sort of participatory ritual.
Take us through that now, right?
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're
Are we? Oh, okay. Just because. Oh, yeah. What?
Can you guys go through and say your names really quick again?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ryan Camaro.
Okay. Rachel Fink.
Jose Navarrete.
Ann Bleetenthal.
Debbie Kajiyama.
Sweet. Okay, cool. All right. Well, great.
Take us.
All right, rad. Okay, so I mean, like you were saying, ritual is incredibly important because, through our, like I said earlier, through our lives, we don't think of the things that we do as rituals, but they have paved our existence. Drinking water, eating food, washing our clothes. Those are very powerful but simple things that we do every day. So I wanted to share a song. It's a participatory song, and it actually is a song that I've sang to a number of different organizing communities across the country, and also at the climate negotiations several times. It's a really cathartic song, and it's really rooted in this kind of message of interconnectedness and seeing kind of a holistic sense that your actions really reverberate into a large scale. The smallest actions you can take actually reverberate into the larger scheme of things. and that like we're not alone from struggle to struggle. It usually accompanies this 90-foot art scroll that's actually this scroll of painting that spans 90 feet that you move through a circle of people. I don't have it, but we can sing the song. Yeah, we can sing the song, and it has climate justice struggles portrayed in a number of ways from around the world. So what I invite people to do is to hum and pat with me, and then I'll sing a song, and then we will, and feel free to harmonize or like add flows to it or however you want to like contribute to this piece. But I feel like it'd be a good closer for what we're doing here. So,
Great.
cool. All right, just follow my lead, I guess, you know? All right. Some places I've been that you have not been to. There are some places I've been that you have been to too. There are some places you've been that I have not been to. There are some places that we have not been to yet. Ooh, wow, 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 And there is one question with 1,000 answers, or perhaps only one answer for 1,000 things to ask. But hey, don't you know there's no need to feel dejected, because all of our grievances are connected. Ooh, wow, 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 And everywhere I go I see a different situation, but everywhere I go I see the same thing. Everywhere we are we're in a different situation, but everywhere we go we know the same thing. And there is one question with 1,000 answers, or perhaps only one answer for 1,000 things to ask. But hey, don't you know there's no need to feel dejected, because all of our grievances are connected. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. There are some places I've been that you have not been to. There are some places I've been that you have been to too. There are some places you've been that I have not been to. There are some places that we have not been to yet. There is one question with 1,000 answers, or perhaps only one answer for 1,000 things to ask. But hey, don't you know there's no need to feel dejected, because all of our grievances are connected. Everywhere I go I see a different situation, but everywhere I go I see the same thing. Everywhere we are we're in a different situation, but everywhere we go we know the same thing. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. That song was made by Rachel Schragus. She's actually organizing the People's Climate Mobilization in DC in April. She did the People's Climate March back in 2014, where she brought 400,000 people from all over the world to the People's Climate March in New York City. Really good friend of mine, and she has graciously let me use that song to just bring out yeah, okay,
beautiful.
never mind.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's the same.
I wanted to announce that